Finding an equation when you're given a graph or a table is very easy as long as you remember the slope-intercept form. Y equals the slope times x plus the y-intercept. So we've got to find both of those. Let's start by finding the y-intercept. All we have to do is look where the line crosses the y-axis. So if we look at this equation, the line for this equation, it crosses the y-axis here at -2. So our first part is y equals some number, we don't know what the slope is yet, times x minus 2. It would be plus a -2, which is the same as -2. Next, we have to find the slope. It's very simple. Count y over x, then simplify. So here's what I mean by that. Actually, I guess what I have to say is count the change in y. This little triangle means delta, and in science and math it means change. But anyway, we're going to count from one point that is on one of these intersections, one of these crosses, from one point to the next, how far up does y change and how far over does y change. So I'll just start here at this point. Between this point and that one, I go up 2 and 1 over. This point and that one, up 2, 1 over. So the slope is the change in y over the change in x, which is 2 over 1, or rise over run, as they say. So the slope here is 2. So 2x, I can see it goes up 2 over 1, and it crosses the y-axis at -2. At y equals -2. Easy. Easy peasy. Looking at this line, I'm trying to fill in slope-intercept form. Why don't you try it yourself? We'll pause the video, and then we'll come back. Okay, hopefully you looked at this and you saw that it crossed the y-axis at +3. And going from point to point, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2 over. That would be 3 over 2 times x. So 3 up, 2 over. They're both positive, so that's why the slope looks like that. Now moving on to the next side. What if you're given an xy table? It's very simple. You still have to find the y-intercept, but the y-intercept is where x equals 0. So in this first equation, that's easy. X equals 0, y equals -2. So my slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. I've found my b. Y equals some number times x minus 2. Next, we've got to find the slope. So what we want to do is find the change in y and the change in x from one point to the next. So that's easy. Let's just go from 0, -2 to 1 and 0. So from this point to that, x changes by a +1. From this point to from this y-coordinate to that, x changes by +2. Same here, x changes by +1, 1 to 2. When x changes by 1, y changes by 2. So the slope is the change in y over the change in x, and that is 2 over 1, or 2. So our answer is y equals 2x minus 2. Maybe you can look at this, but hopefully you won't be tricked. You'll know that we look for x equals 0, y equals 3. So we get y equals some number times x plus 3. When x equals 0, y equals +3. That's where the line will cross the y-axis. And when we're looking for slope, we've got from 0 to 2 here, from this point to that point on the graph, when we add 2 to x, we add 3 to y. So our slope would be the change in y over the change in x, which would be 3 over 2x. And there's your answer. If you are focused today, I think the assignment won't take you very long at all. So I hope you finish, and if you don't finish, it'll be homework. Thanks, everybody.